Did you know that the difference between those trapped in debt and those who build fortunes isn't about salary or job, but something invisible, hidden within the mind? Most people go through life without realizing they possess a silent power capable of attracting wealth or repelling it forever. And the most surprising part, this power is already within you, just waiting to be awakened. What you're about to hear could completely change how you view money and even your financial destiny. Chapter 1. The Mind as the Starting Point of Wealth. Everything great in the world, buildings, companies, inventions, fortunes, began in the same place, someone's mind. Before any external reality, there was an idea, a thought, a vision. That's why, when we talk about wealth, the starting point is never money itself, but the mindset that creates the conditions for it to appear. The human mind works like a magnet. What we think about frequently, what we truly believe, shapes our decisions and behaviors. If you believe getting rich is impossible, you'll unconsciously reject opportunities that could transform your life. But if you believe it's possible, your mind starts working in your favor, seeing paths that once seemed invisible. Many mistake wealth for luck, but luck tends to show up only for those who are mentally prepared. People with a growth mindset don't wait for the right moment. They create it through habits, learning, and the courage to act. A trained mind becomes the engine of all financial success. Imagine two people receiving the same amount of money. One spends it all quickly, believing they'll never get another chance. The other uses it as a seed, investing or saving part of it to multiply. What determines these outcomes isn't the amount received, but each person's way of thinking. Mindset decides the fate of money. That's why, before any investment technique, numbers, or strategies, you must look inward. The mind is the soil where the seed of wealth is planted. If that soil is filled with doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs, nothing will grow. But if it's fertile with confidence, vision, and discipline, the harvest is inevitable. Chapter 2. The Beliefs that Trap or Free Us. Everyone carries a set of beliefs about money. Many come from childhood, from phrases repeated at home like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "Rich people are no good." These messages, often unnoticed, get etched into our subconscious and influence how we handle finances. If we believe money is dirty or unattainable, we create invisible barriers that block prosperity. We sabotage our efforts, avoid opportunities, and often feel guilty about wanting to get rich. It's like a mental lock keeping us stuck, no matter how hard we try. On the other hand, when we develop positive beliefs, we see money as a tool for building and freedom. Those who believe it's possible to prosper honestly seek knowledge, find ways to create value, and build wealth more naturally. The mind sets the stage and the body follows the script. A simple example, someone raised hearing money is hard to come by, tends to spend what they earn immediately, thinking they'll never have enough. Another person, taught that money grows when well managed, sees every dollar as a chance to multiply. Thoughts guide actions, and actions create results. That's why transforming beliefs is the first step to transforming financial reality. When you change what you believe, you change what you seek and achieve. Fortunes are born first in the mind, then manifest in the material world. The secret lies in reprogramming your view of money. Chapter 3. The Power of Visualization. The mind doesn't distinguish between what's lived and what's vividly imagined. When you visualize a goal clearly, your brain starts working as if it's already real. This practice, used by top athletes and successful entrepreneurs, can also be applied to building wealth. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's creating a detailed mental image of the future you want, how much you want to earn, where you want to live, the lifestyle you aim to build. By repeating this exercise, you program your subconscious to naturally seek opportunities that bring this vision closer to reality. Imagine someone dreaming of financial freedom. If they only think about it vaguely, the dream fades over time. But if they close their eyes daily and picture themselves debt-free, with growing investments and time to enjoy life, that image becomes an internal map. The brain starts filtering information and situations to turn that desire into reality. This process is powerful because it sharpens focus. Those who visualize financial goals notice opportunities that once seemed invisible, a course that opens doors, a promising investment, a contact that sparks business. A focused mind acts like a radar, spotting paths where others see obstacles. So, take a few minutes each day to practice visualization. It doesn't need to be complex. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine in detail the financial life you want to build. By feeding this image, you activate the hidden power of your mind, bringing your reality closer to that prosperous future. Chapter 4: Thought without action is an illusion. Thinking big is essential, but it's not enough. Many get lost believing that just imagining wealth is sufficient to achieve it. The mind creates the plan, but action turns it into reality. Without action, even the best ideas remain mere fantasies. Think of how many people have had great business ideas but never acted on them. Meanwhile, others, perhaps less creative, executed something simple and reaped big results. What makes the difference isn't just what you think, but what you do with those thoughts. Action is the bridge between the mind and fortune. It turns beliefs into habits, plans into projects, and dreams into achievements. Every small step, saving a sum, learning about investments, starting a business, is a brick in building financial freedom. A clear example: someone might spend years visualizing a debt-free life, but if they don't renegotiate bills, cut expenses, or organize a budget, they'll stay trapped in the same problem. The mind inspires, but action liberates. So remember, thoughts without action are just illusions. But when you combine the power of the mind with daily practice, you create a potent mix. That's where great fortunes and transformed lives are born. Chapter 5: Mental Resilience in the Face of Obstacles. No path to wealth is straight or free of challenges. There will always be setbacks, losses, and obstacles that test your determination. What sets apart those who prosper from those who give up isn't the absence of problems, but how the mind responds to them. Mental resilience is the ability to rise after every fall, learn from mistakes, and move forward stronger. People who cultivate this skill turn failures into fuel for growth, while others use the same failures as excuses to quit. Great entrepreneurs, investors, and even top athletes share this trait. They all face defeats before achieving victories. The secret is not dwelling on the tough moment but seeing it as part of the process. Each overcome difficulty strengthens the mind and brings you closer to the final result. Imagine an investor who loses money on their first investment. If they give up, they reinforce the belief that investing is too risky. But if they study what went wrong, adjust their strategy, and try again, they boost their chances of future success. Failure stops being the end and becomes a lesson. So, when thinking about building wealth, prepare your mind to endure and adapt. Understand that obstacles are part of the journey. Each time you overcome one, you build the mental strength needed to sustain great achievements. Resilience is one of the invisible keys to true prosperity. Chapter 6: The Abundance Mindset. While many are trapped in a scarcity mindset, believing there's never enough, those who thrive adopt an abundance mindset. This perspective assumes there will always be new opportunities, new ways to create value, and new paths to wealth. Scarcity breeds fear, unfair competition, and stagnation. People with this mindset cling to what little they have, as if the world were limited. Abundance, however, fosters confidence, cooperation, and expansion. Those who see possibilities don't fear sharing knowledge, knowing that sharing multiplies rather than reduces. Examples of this mindset are entrepreneurs who turn crises into businesses or investors who see market downturns as buying opportunities. Where some see losses, others see chances to grow. It all starts with the mental filter each person chooses. Practicing abundance doesn't mean spending recklessly or ignoring risks. It means believing you can always create new income sources, learn more, and grow. It's understanding that money is a flowing energy that comes more easily to those open to new possibilities. Adopting this mindset is liberating. You stop living paralyzed by fear of lack and start building your life from confidence in what you can achieve. The more you train this perspective, the more your mind aligns with the flow of prosperity. That's where fortunes begin to take shape. Chapter 7: How Habits Shape Wealth. The mind alone doesn't create wealth. It needs habits to turn thought into daily action. Small, consistent actions build extraordinary results over time. Financial discipline is the link between mindset and fortune. Wealthy people think and act differently with money. They save a portion of their income, study investments, and plan for the future. These simple habits, sustained over months or years, become powerful wealth multipliers. A practical example: someone who decides to save 10% of their salary every month. It may seem small at first, but consistency builds a solid fortune over time. The mind trains discipline, and the body follows the routine, making wealth a natural outcome of small daily habits. Another key habit is continuous learning. Those who invest time in reading, courses, or mentorship expand their ability to make smart financial decisions. A well-nourished mind finds creative solutions and spots opportunities before they're obvious to others. So, strengthening positive financial habits is as crucial as developing the right mindset. The combination of focused thoughts and consistent actions creates a virtuous cycle that turns ideas into wealth and dreams into tangible reality. Chapter 8: The Influence of Environment on the Mind. The mind doesn't develop in isolation. The environment we live in, the people we surround ourselves with, and the information we consume shape our thoughts and beliefs about money. Surrounding yourself with negative influences can limit your potential, while a positive environment can accelerate your financial growth. People who thrive are often close to others who think big, study, and share experiences. This kind of circle inspires action, sparks ideas, and builds confidence to pursue opportunities that once seemed out of reach. On the other hand, constantly being around pessimism, fear, or limiting beliefs about wealth reinforces a scarcity mindset. Comments like, "That's impossible," or "money isn't for people like us," can undermine dreams and halt initiatives. Consuming quality content is also part of the mental environment. Books, audiobooks, lectures, and podcasts on financial education broaden horizons and train the mind to spot opportunities. This makes the mind more open to prosperity and less susceptible to fear or doubt. So, pay close attention to your surroundings. Who you listen to, what you read, and who you spend time with directly influence your ability to create wealth. Adjusting your environment is as important as working on your mindset. Together, they pave the way to fortune. Chapter 9: The Importance of Emotional Discipline. Building wealth doesn't just depend on intelligence or opportunities, but on the ability to control emotions. An unstable mind, driven by fear, anxiety, or impulsiveness, leads to poor financial decisions that can derail success. Successful investors and experienced entrepreneurs know that crises and losses are part of the journey. The difference is they stay calm, analyze facts, and make rational decisions instead of reacting impulsively. Emotional discipline turns obstacles into learning opportunities. A simple example: someone who sees the stock market drop 10% might panic and sell everything, locking in losses. Another, with emotional discipline, stays calm, reviews their strategy, and even spots buying opportunities. The same situation, entirely different decisions, all guided by emotional control. An emotionally disciplined mind also avoids impulsive spending, unnecessary debt, and constant money-related anxiety. It creates clarity to act with planning, visualize goals, and stick to habits that lead to prosperity. So, training emotional discipline is as vital as developing the right mindset. Those who learn to master their feelings, stay focused, and act with balance exponentially increase their chances of turning thoughts into lasting wealth. Chapter 10: Turning Ideas into Opportunities. Every fortune starts with an idea. But not every idea turns into wealth. Only those that are recognized, developed, and acted upon. A mind trained to spot opportunities sees possibilities where others see problems. To turn an idea into financial results, you need to act with planning. Assess risks, learn from those who've succeeded, test small steps, and adjust the course constantly. The combination of vision and strategic action separates ordinary thoughts from great achievements. A practical example: an entrepreneur notices a market need but, instead of complaining about the challenge, creates a simple, accessible solution. This proactive thinking, paired with consistent execution, generates real value and, consequently, financial returns. The mind's creativity, combined with discipline, also amplifies results. Those who train their mind to think in solutions, anticipate problems, and seek innovation create constant opportunities, even in crises or scarcity. So, the key is not to let ideas stay in your mind. Observe, plan, and act. Every thought aimed at creating value can become tangible wealth when paired with persistence and focus. Fortune is the result of a mind that acts. Chapter 11: Awaken the hidden power and transform your life. Now you understand, true wealth begins in the mind. Every thought, belief, and habit shapes how you handle money and create opportunities. Fortunes don't arise by chance. They're the result of a mindset trained to see possibilities and act with discipline. Reflect on everything we've explored: the importance of beliefs, the practice of visualization, the union of thought and action, resilience in the face of obstacles, the abundance mindset, and emotional discipline. These elements work like gears in a powerful machine, the machine that turns ideas into wealth. But knowledge without practice isn't enough. Now it's time to put everything you've absorbed into action. Start today by observing your thoughts, correcting limiting beliefs, building positive habits, and seeking opportunities with confidence. Your mind is your greatest asset. Nurture it, and it will nurture your financial future. Remember, every small step counts. Saving, investing, learning, planning, and acting with persistence are moves that, when combined, build fortunes and freedom. Wealth isn't a distant destination. It's a path you walk daily with your mindset and decisions. The power was hidden within you all along. Now you know the key: focused thoughts, consistent habits, and emotional discipline. Use this power, transform your mind, transform your life, and watch your financial reality expand like never before. Fortune begins in the mind, and your time to act is now. Now that you've awakened the hidden power of your mind, don't let this knowledge just sit in your memory. Start today to apply each concept you've heard, review your beliefs about money, practice visualizing your goals, cultivate positive financial habits, and face every challenge with resilience. Remember, wealth isn't luck. It's the result of mindset, discipline, and constant action. Every small step you take today builds the future you've always dreamed of. Don't wait for another perfect moment. It only exists when you decide to act. So, stand up, observe your mind, turn thoughts into actions, and start creating opportunities. The power to change your financial life is within you, and the time to use it is now. Your fortune starts here, starts today, starts with you.